Good evening, you guys, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. On today, I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so make sure you guys please like, share, subscribe, comment, and all of those wonderful things. Okay. I want to give a shout out to Grove Hero. Okay, Grove Hero was on another young man's show. Let me see, because see, people don't like to mention the names of people shows. Okay, when they're on certain shows, I know when somebody was on my show, they don't like to mention, and it be men too. Okay, for some reason. I have I'm abundantly blessed, so I really don't hold back names. If I see somebody on somebody's show, I'm gonna say it. Shout out to True Results though. True Results gonna say it. Our Prophet is gonna say it. Okay, maybe a couple others, but some people I think feel like it takes away from them. Okay, men and women. Okay, it feel like it takes away from them to give a shout out to wherever they got their content from. But of course, if they shout at the person out, they'll know that the content that they put out is off of the energy of that person and they don't know a motherfucking thing oftentimes. Okay. But shout out to, he was on Dread Boy. Um, he was on Dread Boy Films. Okay. And he did a real interview. Okay. He did a real interview. And Dreadboard asked some questions that people really wanted to hear about. Of course, I had the opportunity to interview Grove Hero. Also, he did a real interview. Of course, what I did was, because I'm so sensitive, I tried not to mention certain people because I didn't want to, you know, take him into a beef. And he was real, his energy, he was real laid back, and I wanted him to feel safe. And I understand what happens, when people like Grove Hero is out taking care of the community. It seems like when some people take offense to people giving back to the community. Okay, they get jealous even though they won't give back. Okay, but he did an interview with him, and he had the opportunity. The young man asked him some of those questions, and I'm sure maybe they had already discussed that. Um, um, and hey, I think Grove Hero was real about it. That he asked him about CMG and how he felt about Big Jook's death, and um, I don't think that he was disrespectful at all. He says he didn't feel anything about Big Jook's death. And I can understand where he's coming from when he says that, because he didn't have a relationship with Big Jook. See, that's what people don't understand. I mean, you could go as we would be with anybody. I empathize with the person's family, but hey, I don't feel anything because um, I didn't know him. Okay, like that. And then what you have to understand is it is on paper that Big Jook took out, was involved in, participated in taking out someone that he definitely had a love for, and that is Young Dolph. So we should not expect for him to feel any way. And I think that he answered that question extremely. I think that was, he answered that question extremely well. Okay. He didn't try and sugarcoat anything. I think you can't do anything but show him respect, right? Okay, they talked about Lil Migo, and it was something he said, he can't respect people that I believe he said kill people for no reason, and hurt people for no reason, or just for gain, just for money. So that kind of just let me know that Grove Hero is very woke and conscious of what is going on, because we got to be honest. Lamigo name has come up quite a bit, and he's not innocent, right? um I don't believe that Black Youngster has signed him for nothing. right? We know that during that time before the Fed stepped in, I don't know if Lil Migo gonna be one of the ones that they get, but he probably will. Okay, because that whole little group of people is gonna be busted up from CMG on down. Okay, and they're all up under the umbrella of CMG. Okay, um, but we know that Black Youngster didn't sign him for no reason. I do believe that Lil Migo was signed to be a hitter, and then what Lil Migo did was so that they could keep his hands clean because they saw that he started to get attention, and he did not go unnoticed to law enforcement. He signed Trey Slimes. So Trey Slimes, they signed him to see how hungry he was, right? And they was definitely were gonna make him the next crash out as they did Straight Drop. Okay. So what I do know is that Grove Hero, hey, he's real about his feelings. You know, he's giving back to the community, and people like Grove Hero. What we have to do is we have to ensure that people like Grove Hero is protected. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, that year that and I forgot to tell him that when he came on when I did his interview. Okay, people like Grove Hero, the year that we have to keep protected. Let me just say that as the community, we have to ensure and let it be known it's going to be some consequences and repercussions if you think you're going to take out somebody that is giving back to the community, right? We have to protect our leaders, especially those that give back, right? So I just, when Grove Hero had the Christmas giveaway, he was out there in the North Memphis community about 2 years ago, child. When they was talking about, they was all on the internet talking about they was gonna take him out and whatever. They was trying to scare him into not giving back to the community because they don't want the community to love. Sometimes when people know that they done messed up, the community don't love them because they're takers. They don't want the community to love anybody else that God has given a heart to be a giver. And so I'm just gonna let it be. Me and my crew, okay, me and my subs, we lit the police station up. Okay, we lit the police station up. We made sure I called over to the North Precinct and spoke with the colonel, and the colonel made sure that there were unmarked cars out there. And one of my subscribers, we got to going so tough. We reached out to the fucking FBI, and before we got off of live, an FBI agent had contacted her and sent her an email back. Okay, because when you start talking about that you're going to take somebody out, because see, this was around the time that stuff happened with Lil Migo. You're gonna shoot into a crowd. That's terroristic stuff. So of course the FBI got involved and we was the reason for it. Okay. I don't throw rocks and hide my hands because we're gonna protect leaders by any means necessary. Okay. And so a lot of these people that are taking out folks ain't giving back nothing. They just take from the community and then send destruction back to the community. They get a little money, and instead of a lot of these little dudes don't even know how to read. Instead of putting reading programs and things of that nature into the hoods, what they do is they they send guns back, right? Instead of saying I will give you an incentive if you can complete this GED program, dog, I'll make sure I'm gonna connect with some people, and we'll give you an incentive. You want to start a tire business? Shoot, we got some grants. We give you $5,000 on a little building or something like that, and we'll connect you with that person. We give you incentives for doing well. Instead, what they do is they get a little money, go back to the hoods, put guns in their hands and say and dangle a contract that they ain't gonna never get in their faces and say we'll help you to get rich if you can go and kill and destroy lives. This is what this group of people up under the label of the CMG label has done. Okay, so we cannot be mad at Grove Hero for being real and speaking his mind. Okay, Grove Hero knows that all of this stuff was it is still up under the leadership of Yo Gotti. Right? It's still up under the leadership of Yo Gotti. Okay. So Grove Hero knows, he speak about that all the time. The energy you put out is the energy that you get back. Okay. And I kind of want to let you all hear that. I don't think Dreadhead gonna mind. Okay. Let me, cause see, I should have had all of it. Y'all, I just got home. Y'all just bear with me, okay? Let me get there. Cause I wanna play a little bit of that. Cause see, I like Grove Hero. Grove Hero is definitely a leader, and we gotta celebrate him even more. And we gotta know, let a Negro know. I wish a nigga would. See, that's the type of stuff we gotta say. I wish you would do something to him. Okay, he said that he only really he rocking that Key Glock, because y'all know Key Glock is in the top 10 on the Billboard. Okay, he ain't the only somebody rocking Key Glock. Everybody rocking him. That's why he in the top 10, right? Hold on. Let's see. And it's his album. It's not a single. It's his whole album. Shout out to the Glockster, the Prince of Memphis. Okay. Hold on one second.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game.
And see, people talk about that. We have people coming to my comments to you work for the police department. You know that that's assault. I don't know a damn thing. Hell, I didn't see him hit Lamigo. Let me just make that clear. I didn't see him hit Lamigo. The phone failed. Lamigo said that Grove didn't hit him. So as far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen. Okay? So I don't know nothing. It didn't happen. He didn't do nothing to him, because Migo said he didn't do nothing to him, and I ain't seen nothing. Okay, y'all, hold on.
Now, man, he hit me up on Instagram, and the rest was history. But I say, what was your first break though? How did you even get popping on your own? Like Memphis. Oh, I live in Dallas too, but I live in Memphis too. I still got my house. Okay. Yeah. Now, actually,
we know that there's a lot of Dallas vloggers and stuff that's real hungry for money. They are already up under investigation for identity fraud and thefts, and a lot of them going to jail. But we know that a lot of them was put on the internet to try and witness tamper and all of that. They're gonna be dealing with that real soon. That's on my daddy's grave. I had been told that. I think the rabbit hole goes deep when they started looking into their asses, and I probably shouldn't even say that. Okay.
At the time, basically, what was you thinking in your head?
But with that being said, leave Grove Hero alone. Okay.
At the airport, was you thinking you can get locked? If you get out
what
of
do they call it? Dallas sites. We protect them on the Memphis end. We need for the true Dallas, the real, the righteous Dallas people to make sure that they, because we know God is supposedly done set up in Dallas, I guess, so he can taint that group of young men so that he can mess their lives over too. Okay, because like the dudes were saying in the barbershop, he couldn't get a headquarters in Memphis because they'd have burned it down the first day. That's not something I wish, but that's what a group of dudes I was listening to in the barbershop say.
Nah, when you really like stand for something, bro, you really like care for your people, bro, you would do whatever. And at the time, bro, I wasn't thinking nothing. Right. And I don't think I think nothing else. Like I ain't like one of these other people that got something to lose. I can't lose because I own everything. Nah, sure. You know what I'm saying? I own all my houses. I own everything, my tour, right. Everything. So can't nobody sabotage me. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I can go on. I can do something and go on tour. I can do something and keep my house. It ain't gonna affect me. I ain't gonna lose no endorsement. I ain't gonna lose no. Right. I ain't gotta do no ass kissing. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. Okay. So now people in the comments, they be trolling stuff, right? So they was like, you hit them with your little arm and stuff like that. Now, people, they understand that
your arm, they understand that arm, it worked good though. You know what I'm saying? I seen you hit them.
Like, I guess what you mean? Like saying what?
Well, because some people be acting like they don't have nothing to do with it. So I'm saying, do you mess with anybody in the camp? Like, I know certain people, maybe not, but like maybe a black youngster, maybe a money bag yo, or maybe is anybody you be like, well, he cool, but he, you know what I'm saying? Or
I just stay my way and they stay their way. Like, we ain't got to be cool. Like, it ain't nobody that I got to be cool with to get to what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help my community, bro. Not just my community, but the world. I don't got time for what they got time for. Like, they mindset ain't even on my mindset. These folks got millions of dollars and ain't doing nothing for their community. These people got millions of dollars and we don't got no hospital. These people got millions of dollars and we don't got no grocery hospitals. We don't got no black hospital. We don't have no grocery stores. We don't have nothing. We barely got land.
I see what you're saying. Like in Atlanta, T.I. bought this.
Bro, look.
Block, yeah.
In the United States, bro, white people own 95% of land. We have all these people that's got millions that don't buy nothing.
Right.
We got all these chemicals in our water. These people have yet to made a water wheel to give us free and fresh water with no chemicals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't got no garden for nobody to get no fresh fruits.
Right.
So we can clear our brains.
Right.
So I don't want to be cool with nobody that ain't trying to.
It's like everybody for themselves.
If you out here getting money and doing all this just to buy cars and big houses and watches and chains, I'm cool on you anyway.
Oh.
So as far as them, I don't gotta be cool with them because they not doing nothing for life. Even some folks on our label, I ain't doing nothing. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta be cool with nobody because I ain't trying to do nothing in life.
Right.
I'm trying to inspire. I'm trying to help the next generation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And since you said, what's your label?
Easy Cater is the nationwide.
Okay, so I mean, he said it. He's trying to help the next generation. He does not have time to deal with low vibrational beings. And a lot of them are low vibrational when you conspire to kill people, when you think you can intimidate people, when you want to take. Because see, what's happening is they're taking. And see, that's going to backfire. And that happens with anybody. Okay, that backfires when you are a taker and you you don't give back to the community that helped you. Okay, you have an obligation to the community that helped to make you rich. And I think that's why some people only go so far, and then we start to see them crumble, start to see them fall down. Too much is given, much is required. Okay, some people feel like I don't have to give nothing. No, you have a responsibility to the community to try at least to help, because there's always people in a community. You don't have to direct it at one person. See, some people, well, I just tried to help them, and them Negroes ungrateful. No, that's because you want to direct your help at one person. But when you help a community, there's always some people in a bunch that want to be helped, right? When you start to help to put programs in communities, and people have they have their hand out to take, but they have their hand closed when it comes to giving back. And that's why you see a lot of them have financial trouble and all of that, because here my right hand to the Lord. The rumor around Memphis is that Moneybag Yo don't like to pay. Okay, and I'm pretty sure as talented as Moneybag is, he's not as acquired. People don't acquire him as much as they used to, right? His popularity has gone down quite a bit. But I'm quite sure it's because so many people have their hands in his pocket, right? He is talented. I won't take that away from him. He's had some good music, right? But when you have 3 or 4 people with their hand in your pocket, then with the lifestyle that they want to live, and all this leasing and all of that, I mean, they have a lot of money going out. And so the money that he makes, I know he's not getting half of it. Okay. He's probably getting a quarter of it. Okay. He's probably getting a quarter of it. Because everybody else is getting about 75% of it. Right. So, hey, shout out to Grove Hero. I think that was a good interview. I don't think that it was anything disrespectful. I think that the man really spoke truth. Okay, he spoke truth. Um, the man is just on a journey. And so that's why I say people like him, we have to protect, we have to respect and protect, right? We have to let people know that if anything happens to somebody that is giving back to our community, like y'all did Young Dog, because see, a lot of people's careers, I mean, it basically is over. Okay. They hurt their image a lot when they killed Young Dog. But as the community, when things of this nature happen, we're supposed to counsel them all together. We're not messing with you. We ain't buying nothing you put out, right? So that's another way to stop people. A lot of these rappers that are um, um, on a, what's the word that I'm looking for? That want to be gangsters, right? They feel like their money that the community helps them to obtain by supporting them is to send hits back and destroy the same community, right? Because when you kill these people, you know, you're hurting. Everybody in Memphis know each other, okay? They're related to some, so you're affecting people, right? Some of the people that have supported you when you're sending hits back, putting guns in the hands of people to take out their loved ones. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, shout out to Grove Hero. I have a lot of respect for Grove Hero, and I don't think he was disrespectful to anybody. Okay, I don't. Um, I have to respect a man like that. He doesn't throw rocks and hide his hands. He didn't duck and dodge any questions. And most people that duck and dodge questions is because a lot of times they have something to hide. Um, he didn't do that. He spoke how he felt, which is cool. Anyways, you guys, hey, I just wanted to talk about that. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just say this because y'all know I be having so much going through my head. I forgot about um when he, spoke about Yo Gotti. When Grove Hero, when they asked him about Yo Gotti, um, I love the way that he answered that because it let me know that Grove Hero knows differently now, right? I think as more has come out as it relates to the Young Dolls case, people know now because I know one time before when he was into it with Migo, a lot of stuff was not out, the trials and stuff. They had not had the trials. I'm sure Grove Hero and them knows now, without a doubt, that Gotti was involved. If they don't know, I'm telling them. Okay, but with the way he answered this question, um, he knows. Okay, and so he knows that they're gonna, even Yo Gotti is gonna have to pay retribution for his part in what happened to Young Dolph, because you have to reap what you sow. But not only Yo Gotti, but the rest of them that was involved too. Anyways, that's all I want to say. I'm gone for real now. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel. And let me just say this. I want to just say one more thing. For those who don't like what I gotta say, it's gonna look wacky if a man comes at me. Okay. Nobody got no business coming at me for what I feel, what I say, what I know. Just because they don't like it. Kiss my ass and call it sweet. Okay? It is sweet though, so I wouldn't give them the pleasure of doing it. Okay. So but it looks whack for a man to come at a woman. Okay. Because I get to thinking about all of these vloggers that made Memphis look bad. Okay. And nobody said nothing. They tried to align with them. Okay. Some people tried to align with them. But they'll go at a woman. I mean, if that ain't some clown mess, I don't know what is. But I digress. Now I'm out of here for real, y'all. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.